Before I introduce Don to you, I want to ask you to do one thing in addition to the contributions you've made. I want you to promise that you'll talk to 10 people between now and November. If it's your barber, your hairdresser, people you play bridge with, people you see at church, or the guy or lady that sits next to you at the football game. Tell them about Don, ask them to vote for Don, and support him, because that's the kind of race exercise we're going to have to run to win this. I want to introduce to you our next senator from the 12th District from Fayette County, Don Blevins.
Let me echo that I am so grateful that you're here. I appreciate your support. I cannot win an election, nor can any candidate win an election without you digging deep in your pocket and helping out. There's one thing for sure, I didn't create this system, but campaign donations are the mother's milk of politics, and without it you can't get anywhere. So I appreciate what you've done. If you go home and you find some more acorns in the closet, I'll take those too. I don't know, I was sitting at home fat, dumb, and happy, and bugging my wife, and I'm raising Cain about one thing or another, and first one to another gave me a call. I bumped into Governor Jones at the racetrack, and he said, "Don, have you given any thought about running for that Senate seat?" I said, "Well, yeah, I'm going to think about it." And then I ran into a number of people, and I started thinking about it. I was stewing about it a little bit. Finally asked my wife, I said, what do you think you got any opinion? She said, "I think you ought to run." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "You're going to run for the right reasons." And so that put me over the edge. So let me introduce my wife, Kay Blevins, to you. And I want to introduce the second best in Fayette County to you, Don Blevins Jr. And his wife Sharon is here somewhere. And my two grandsons, who I adore, are off. One of them's boating, and the other one's with his aunt running around a farm for you to meet. So, and they're both very special people to me. So I got in the race and got to looking around at things. We started putting together an organization, and my friend George Mills said, "Don, I'll give you 500 hours of his time." And I said, "You know what? That guy's pulling my leg. He's not going to do that." Listen, he's already given me more than 500 hours. He's on the second or third 500. So that's the kind of commitment we have. Fayette County has come so far, I can't even hardly describe it to you, with a Democratic Party, with bright and talented and educated people who are in the political game simply to make a difference and not for what they can get out of it. So that's the kind of people I've got supporting me. I'm not in this for what I can get out of it, I can tell you that. I don't, you know, I'm set. So I'm not running for what I can do and get out of it. I'm running to make a difference in Frankfort. I believe that I have every job that I've held in public life, I have made a difference. And I can look back on my record and tell you that I can show you in many occasions, in many situations where I've made a difference. I will make a difference in Frankfort. Amen. I want to tell you the first thing I'm going to do when I get elected. And you can set your watch, I'm going to do it. The first bill I'm going to introduce says if you don't enact the budget within the regular session, then you're not going to get any pay, salary, or any expenses in the special session. Number one, I'm going to do that. So, and that radical partisanship that we have in Frankfort and in Washington has got to go, folks. What is happening to us in this nation, we in this room, this radical partisanship is spending more money than we could ever pay back, and our governments are not doing right by us. And it's our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren who are going to have to pay for this spend now and pay for it later philosophy that's in Frankfurt and in Washington. So we've got to stop it. And I intend to be one of those steps. I've got to go down and help and try to convince some of the people in Frankfurt of that fact. I want you to know that I am astounded by the number of people in this county who do not realize what a great contribution to this county the horse industry is. I want you to know that. And there are so many people here who do not understand that the horse industry drives tourism. And when you put the horse industry and tourism together, those two great big economic engines are up against the wall because of competition from other states. And we'll either meet that competition or we'll lose this horse industry, and then Fayette County is just another city with a lot of blacktop and a lot of concrete, and I don't want to live like that. I like what we have, and I'm willing to stand up and fight for it, and I hope you'll stand with me. I'm not going to give you the whole litany of what we think we're going to do, but I just want you to know I really, truly appreciate you coming out tonight. Especially appreciate Governor Jones and Ms. Jones being here, and former Governor Carroll, Congressman Chandler, and all the dignitaries that are here. But from where I sit and where I stand always, there is no human being on the face of this earth any more important to me than each one of you. And together, we're going to make a better Kentucky. Thank you very much.